Hello, hi, and welcome again to the Terminal Podcast, where in the end, it's all about the numbers. Tonight, we continue this highwayman's return to the castle on the hill with another THS alum to answer a few questions. Please share your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, I'm Jared Koeppel, and I'm calling today from Tucson, Arizona.
Okay. Dr. Farthing is here with us as well. Jared, you are here tonight to answer the William E. Brown Memorial Questionnaire as build up to the THS class of 1995 30-year reunion on October 18th, 2025. The event includes a 10:30 a.m. tour of our old stomping grounds by a student ambassador. There'll be coffee and juice and Teaneck Bagels to start the day. Later that evening from 6 to 10, there's a full dinner buffet and open bar at Napoli's Restaurant in Fort Lee with music by our own DJ Chalice. Am I saying that right, Jared? You know, DJ Chalice?
Chalice, Chalice.
Chalice. Okay, well, thank
You
you
went to
very
Boston
much.
University. You can't read.
Yeah,
That's
well,
it's
that
Chris
wasn't part of it.
Fraterola.
There's more information, including discounted hotel info and how to pay for all this fun. Check the Invite Me link in the description for full details or find the THS group on the Facebook. Maybe it's on other social media apps. I'm old, hence the 30-year anniversary, so I don't know. You'll have to ask somebody else. As a former winner of the W.E. Brown Memorial, this prestigious and random award. I'm here to ask someone random questions, and after your answers, you may receive the same accolades as I did. Jared, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Question one. Do you still think or say you're from New Jersey?
First of all, everybody knows I'm from Jersey. Doesn't matter if I say it, but
You say that why? Because of
I don't know.
your
They just do. But I think I here's the interesting thing.
Mhm.
It depends on the audience because, like, give you an example. My band was playing in Mexico last weekend, and the guys are like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "New York." You know,
Interesting.
but if I'm like, not in that type of a situation, I would say New Jersey.
Okay.
That's where I'm from.
Interesting. Well,
And I would say
you,
Teaneck because I grew up in Teaneck. I
I
raised
mean,
my kids in Fairlawn, and I lived there for a long time, probably longer than anywhere else. But I would say I'm from Teaneck.
okay.
That's why.
Question.
That's wonderful. That's a wonderful answer. It is. No, it is. Like
No,
we're kind of part of the discussion we were having before. Like I don't know. I don't want to get too into the weeds, but yeah, Teaneck. Teaneck's a
maybe,
special place.
maybe
Still
that's what
is.
it is.
But if
Still
they
is
ask me where's
to
Teaneck,
us.
I just say it's really close. It's just like really close to New York City, suburbs of New York City.
Yeah.
See, I always say close to the George Washington Bridge.
Yeah.
So that sort of puts whatever. But as I continue, question number two, what was your favorite mall growing up?
Oh, it was the Garden State Plaza. It was the only mall I went to.
The follow-up question is the same as before. When was the last mall you've been to?
Well,
Just
before school started, I went to the I don't even know what it's called in Tucson. Tucson, whatever the mall is here. I don't even know
is it
what
still
mall.
is it still a live functioning mall? Like, is there still like people there? I mean, or is it?
Well, yeah, I mean in Tucson it's so hot. So like in the summertime
Mm,
the malls are packed,
I
There
see.
are
Okay,
malls.
that makes
Um
sense.
yeah. But I went to get like I think shoes and polos and shirts and stuff.
To look like a functioning adult, which makes sense. I was gonna say, but yeah,
I went to
if
Dick's Sporting Goods.
okay, so the mall staple that used to be Athlete's Foot or whatever it was.
I was at the Garden State Plaza the other day, actually. I don't normally go to the mall, whatever, randomly we wound up there. My
Yeah.
girlfriend was getting her hair done at a place there, just very randomly. I hadn't been in the Garden State Mall in probably like 5 years.
Yeah.
Is it still functioning? I was gonna say, like,
Oh no,
it
no, no, no. It's Martin. It has a pituitary gland problem. It's about 5 times the size it was when we were kids.
really interesting. Huh. I live amongst malls that are functioning and a host of dead malls. That's why I find it
Yeah.
interesting to see that some are still living and some are others are not. Question three. Have you ever used advanced math, pre-calculus, trigonometry, Since high school, have you used advanced math?
Wow.
Mm.
I
I was getting
know.
ready to do the Jeopardy theme. No,
I
oh,
mean,
there's no wrong answer.
algebra all the time. I'm good at
Okay.
algebra too. I like if to figure out discounts or something. Yeah, I
Hmm.
do. But
But
that's about
not
as
the,
far.
but not advanced, not pre-cal. I was gonna say you. I mean, we all took some sort of pre-cal, right, to get out. I thought you had to take
Well,
pre-cal.
Marty, what's something that you would use calculus for? I don't even know.
Uh, That hence the question.
Yeah, I'm not an engineer or anything.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know what. I don't even know what calculus is.
Well,
Yeah,
all
like,
right.
what would you ever use that for? I don't even know. It's a
I,
hard question to answer.
well,
Is
I think unless you're in some sort of direct
I don't
field
even
with
know.
it.
well,
Like if you
I'm
asked me to like go somewhere and measure like I don't know, land or something, I probably if I had a ruler I could do it, but if it got three-dimensional, I have no idea what I was doing.
okay. Like I said, there's no wrong answers.
Yeah.
Question four: what do you think of drivers from other states?
Oh God. I could tell you this, that the drivers specifically here in Tucson are the worst drivers in the world. It's insane. It's in complete insanity. It's insanity. But
in that, in that what? In that they don't signal, in that they don't use
they
the
don't respect right away at all. Like if they're coming into a merge, they'll try to overtake you.
ah,
They all pass on the right, and they all park themselves in the left lane. That's how it is here. It's insane. But what other states can I speak on besides Arizona, and New Jersey, New York? I really don't know any other how other people drive outside of that.
I don't know where you've been, so before
Yeah,
you
no, but
get
I don't know anything about other states besides those.
besides the ones you've been
In
in, but
Mexico, the driving's crazy. In
well,
Jamaica, the driving is crazy. I tell you that.
well, see, yeah, because they don't even. I mean, well, they don't. The
They're driving
roads
with no
are.
door. There's someone
I'm.
sitting on the roof. You know.
I've driven in Panama, and the roads are much larger, and you kind of have. They're not the same sort of intersections where you've got the infrastructure where they're coming in. I'm assuming it's like that in Mexico and other sort of
Well, in
second and
Rocky
third
Point,
world.
where my band plays, the
Mhm.
roads are sand. They don't even like most of them aren't even paved. You know, it's packed sand by the
Okay.
beach. It's
Okay.
insane. These people just drive around. I mean,
Well,
but
I would. Are they not driving on scooters and stuff like that? If it's sand, like bikes, and I would think smaller transportation would be. No, they're still all in cars. It doesn't make a
it's
difference.
they have like there's like if you want to know what happened to all the geo storms like and they don't exist in the U.S. anymore, that's where they went.
Okay.
I don't know.
Question. No, that's an answer. Question five. Do you still have or wear any of the clothing you wore in high school?
Okay, I think I have two shirts. I have three shirts, and you're gonna laugh, but
Okay.
one is literally a Sean Kemp Sonics jersey that like my grandma got me for my birthday. I think like junior year of high school. I still have it.
Nice. Nice. Sean Kemp. Oh,
It's a
okay. That's a
it's an
one.
Good
original Sean Kemp
jersey.
Sonics jersey.
I was gonna say,
I don't can't tell you the last time I wore it, but it's in my closet.
okay.
Um, I have I still have just folded up in a drawer a TBO jersey, a TBO All Star
Oh,
jersey.
ho, ho, ho.
I have
TBO.
it, and I
Yeah,
have
you played TBO. I played Teaneck baseball.
it's a pinstripe one from Rhinus's team. His dad ran it.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a Yankee. It looks like a Yankees jersey.
That,
It has the navy blue pinstripes on. I still have
that's
it,
it.
and it's a high number. I think it's like number 83 or something. And then I
See?
have what was the other one? I have I have a Bobby Bonilla Mets batting practice jersey. That was from
Wow.
like junior year of high school.
I was gonna
Embroidered.
say,
It's like a really nice old school Mets
oh,
jersey, but it has freaking Bonilla on the back. I can't wear it, but I just hang it in my closet. I still have it. So there you go. My three shirts from high school I still have.
all right. Hey, question six. Do you remember the black door and the white door?
I remember it absolutely. I
What
used to walk in the black door all the time. I didn't care.
okay. So what are your thoughts just on that the
I don't
black
remember
door
there
and the
being a
white
white
door?
door. I only remember there being a black door.
because you're white.
Probably. I don't remember that.
The rest of the doors were the white doors. We only gave him one door, Jared. We just gave the black guys one door. That was it. That was
Dude, I used to walk in the black doors. Nobody ever bothered me.
yeah.
Okay.
You know why it was originally called the black door, right, Martin?
No, please enlighten me.
The historical context of the town was that that side of town was the town that only black
Oh,
people showed houses
Yeah, I
in.
didn't know that. It was
Yeah.
over there by like the auto shop.
Yeah, and it was right a block and a half from where Martin grew up, going out that
yeah.
way. And
I
yeah,
mean,
Yeah, by
but
it
that
was
bridge
it was
over there.
traditionally
in
that
that
was
sense, yes, it was it was positioned on the side of the school
I
where
never thought
the
about that. Yeah.
yeah,
well,
where the
but
black
by the time
population was coming into. But
we were there, our population was more evenly distributed. But
yes, completely.
I honestly never thought about that aspect of it.
right,
Well, it's an interesting
I never
question to
even,
ask.
honestly, I never, in high school, I never even thought about any aspect of black side of town, even. That just wasn't a part of my mindset at all in high school. I didn't even think that way. But I know that thinking back now that it was that way, but
It wasn't that way when you were there in your mind, which is, I think, the most important part of it because we didn't. Well, I mean, obviously we thought that way, but it wasn't that way for us, I guess. I don't know.
correct. Yeah, yeah. It's hard to say what you're saying, Martin. But I think
Yeah,
we get it. We understand
yeah,
what you're saying. Yeah.
I totally get what you're saying.
it's a randomness. Question number 7. Who did you have a crush on that never knew? And the
God.
exception is that never knew and will be learning about it via this podcast. Because,
Oh my.
or, or not, which is another possibility. But is there anybody that you had a crush on?
Oh my God,
I'm
this is
hoping he
funny.
says me. I'm hoping he says me.
Oh my, no. Yeah. Oh yeah, Chris de Blasio, sure. Um, oh God. This is funny because she's actually, I don't even know how it happened randomly, but she's been commenting a lot on like my posts lately on Facebook, just random. I used to have this big crush on Lindsay Quaid,
Okay.
Ah,
Okay.
okay. Let's say,
like
let me say,
freshman year of high school. But I think she knew actually, so I don't know if that even,
that
I don't know if
counts.
she knew actually.
No, it counts. That's a good one. That's it. It's fun. That's fun.
Well, it's that never knew. It's, obviously, if you didn't know that she knew or not, then she never knew. So we'll move on. Question 8. Since we've graduated, how far have you physically traveled from Teaneck High School? So using Teaneck High School as sort of the load center point, so to speak, how far have you gone away from Teaneck High School?
Yeah, the furthest I've gone, I went on a trip like to Europe to like I on a Guitar Center trip when I was the manager for Guitar Center. They sent me out to Austria and I went to Bratislava, Slovakia.
Because guitars,
Very, very, very cool, underrated European city. I've been there.
It was awesome.
It's a neat little city. Small Europe, but very, yeah, a lot of fun.
And I
Bratislava.
went to Slovenia. Went to Slovenia,
Okay.
Slovakia, and I went to and we were in what do you call it?
In Vienna,
In
Austria.
Vienna. Yes, in
Yeah.
Vienna. Yeah. And we went to like the food market and all that stuff. But that's the furthest I've been, I think.
and you were sent there by Guitar Center because
Man, I worked for Guitar Center for like 12 years. I was like a general manager. They moved me around from store to store. They fixed up messed up stores and all kinds of stuff.
so
And
you were going out there to help stores. So you were actually
no,
out there
what
work. Oh,
I got invited. So somehow in that process, they chose me to be a Guitar Center ambassador to go on this trip, and that
hmm.
out to we went to the JBL speaker factory, and we went to No, I'm sorry. There were JBL reps with us, and we went to the AKG microphone factory, and we got to see how microphones were made and
in
headphones were made
in
in
Slo
Austria.
I was gonna say in Austria and
It
in
was on
Eastern
JBL's
Europe.
dime. It was on JBL. The whole thing was on JBL's dime. They wined us and dined us, took us to like these expensive restaurants, tapas,
That
wine.
sounds horrible. That
That
sounds
shit was
just
amazing. That was
hideous.
one
I
of
guess they had a really low bar for ambassador, but it's
they
okay.
took us. You look. You got to look this up. There's this restaurant called the UFO Restaurant, and it's on the Danube River, and it's literally it looks like a UFO staged on top of this like
Was it
uh
in Austria? Was it in Vienna?
it's in no, it's in
Bratislava?
Slava.
one of those
All
two
right.
places it had to be. And it was up on this tower, and you go up in this elevator up on the top, and when you get up there, they had like just the most expensive wines in the world. There's like
It's
it spun around, and people poured these
It's in
expensive.
Bratislava.
It is, yeah, that's where it was.
Yeah.
Dude, it was
Yeah,
the coolest place.
Bratislava's right there on the Danube. Yeah.
It was right on the river, and it was the
Huh.
coolest. It was the coolest place, dude. And then we drank like they got wines from like 100-year-old wines and had to like put them through the decanter, and it was just a crazy trip. That was pretty cool, man.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Uh, Transition to question number 9. What do you remember the science classrooms looking like?
Oh my God! As soon as you say science and I think of Teaneck, the only thing I think about is Mr. Freaking Shaw, and he wasn't even in high
Interesting.
school. And I have the craziest memories of Mr. Shaw. Oh my God. Throwing chairs in the room, doing
Hold on.
crazy stuff, bro.
Okay.
Mr. Shaw was nuts, man. I'm a teacher now, so I mean, I think about some of that stuff, but I can't believe Mr. Shaw. How is that guy a teacher, bro?
Someone's got to teach these classes now. We can't not have
Bro,
someone teaching these classes.
bro, I tell you what my memory is of Mr. Shaw. I was sitting next to Scott Hurwitz one day, and Mr.
Hmm.
Shaw used to just play videos for us. He used to play like Mr. Wizard. He would just play videos every day. But then
Okay.
Scott Hurwitz knew where Mr. Shaw stashed his tapes.
Okay.
So he opens up he's like, when Mr. Shaw wasn't looking, he opens up the closet, pulls out a stack of Mr. Shaw's tapes, takes out a thing of scissors, and like opens up. You know how you remember with like VCR tapes, you could flip the thing up?
Flip the thing
Uh-huh.
up. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
flip the top
So
lid and
so
then be
he's like,
able.
while Mr. Shaw's not looking, he's flipping them up, cutting all the tapes.
Whoa.
So then I totally forgot about it, right? And then we came to class like, I don't know, it was probably like a week later. And then Mr. Shaw's like, we're watching videos today. And so I look at Scott and we both turn white. We're like, oh fuck. So he puts a tape in. It's play. It won't play. Takes it out. He's like, what the fuck? Takes another one, puts it in. It's play. Pulls it out. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, yo, who been cutting my tape? That's my memory of science, man. It's 19.
I am texting Scott Hurwitz immediately after this podcast to ask him about that.
Okay.
Dude, after
And
class, we were laughing I couldn't stop laughing for like a day, bro.
I can
Oh my God.
imagine.
He had no idea who did it, you know?
Well, and
Oh,
you
that's
just
great.
ruined VCR video day to just sit back and do nothing. So
Yeah, he found a tape. You know how many tapes he had, bro?
clearly I do not.
Dude, all he ever did was play tapes.
You know, the educational system continues.
He loved
All
Mr.
right.
Wizard.
Well, Mr. Wizard was helpful. I was going to say that's a whole separate topic. All right. Question 10, the last question. What do you remember most from your life before graduation? I asked this and we were speaking before recording, so you clearly remember a lot more about things before high school, before graduation than I do. So what is one of the, I guess, strongest memories? What's the one that if you're thinking back about, your time before we graduated, that you're like, this is one of the things I do remember and love, or at least sticks out?
That's something from Teaneck.
Hmm. Well, it could be anything. It's just basically before you turned 18, before
I
you
mean,
left.
before I turned 18, I mean, it was all sports for me. you know,
Mhm.
man, um, it's just a lot of sports memories. I'm trying to like pin it down to something. Um, but you know, I think for me, the biggest thing was, uh, you know, my junior year. My mom moved to Ridgewood, and I didn't even go to Teaneck High School to my junior. You know, for our junior year,
I
I
was going
went
to
to
ask Martin that trivia question. What year didn't Jared attend Teaneck High School, and where did he go?
there you
Damn
go.
it!
I mean, so, but the one thing I remember was, you know, my dad was awesome. I mean, my dad paving the way for me to go back to Teaneck to graduate when I talked to him about my situation because I really wanted to be back with all my friends in Teaneck and graduate
Mhm.
with everyone, you know. And but that feeling when I came back to Teaneck High School senior year, you know, when I went to Ridgewood, it was a great school and they had tons of money and tons of technology and great teachers and all this stuff, but it was hollow. Like, you know, when I the thing
Mhm.
that I remember, you know, senior year, the first day before school, a bunch of us all went over to like Jay Lux's house and got stoned out of our freaking minds in the morning before we went into school. And we went into homeroom. I remember Miss Constantine is my homeroom teacher. And but the first thing that they did during homeroom was play like the alma mater um the speakers, you know, like over the PA system. And when I heard the alma mater that day, um, I got like goosebumps on my arm. You know, I did being back in Teaneck because it reminded me just hearing it of just like the diversity there, you know, like of
Mhm.
coming after being at like this all white school where like the three black kids on the basketball team would like sit and eat lunch together for a year. And hearing their, you know, when they would sing their school song or whatever, and then going back and hearing the soul that was coming out of Teaneck High School. It just was like I'm trying to think of the right word. Culture shock, reverse culture shock coming back in. You know, just amazing.
All right. That's a answer. And just like I was gonna say, just like the same accolades that I received, you can receive a hearty congratulations and thank you for answering the questions. All terminal podcasts end with a trivia question. It's fascinating that you spoke about sports and you coming back and then finish with basketball because this trivia question will be from Isn't It Funny How Time Flies, the 65th edition of the THS yearbook. I wouldn't have noticed it if I wasn't looking for a trivia question, but I'm sure some member of the 94 95 varsity boys basketball team has a reason to be a little bit upset about the yearbook. The names of the varsity players are listed, including you, Mr. Koeppel, along with Coach Curtis March, for whom the court is now named for. However, the picture is of the girls' junior varsity team.
Really,
Yes.
I got
And
hurt. I don't know if you remember, but I got hurt halfway through the season, I didn't. I've only played in a few games.
you're listed is the reason.
I
Like
was
I
on
said,
the
I was just
varsity team. Yeah.
I was looking for something. The reason why I was able to notice that it was the girls' varsity basketball team, besides the fact that there was a bunch of girls and it wasn't, you and the gentleman, is that I noticed Jill Lefkowitz, number 22, sitting in the front row. So here's hoping that eventually her older brother takes this questionnaire, but I'm getting off topic. The Highwaymen were the athletic pride and joy of the school. There's really no question of that. Coach March led THS to a 17-9 record that year. So do you only played a couple of games? Do you remember how many points you averaged or anything like that? Or
My best game was against Ridgewood when they came to us, to Teaneck. I
a
know
little revenge?
I had a lot of points in that game. I can't tell you exactly how
Okay.
many. Um, I played against Tim Thomas when
Ernest.
Patterson Catholic came
That
to
Yeah,
was
the
Patterson
game.
Catholic. Yeah, I was gonna say I knew it was a
And I
T Catholic.
remember like a whole section of I was a six man,
Hmm.
and Matt Wolferman organized and Greg McDonald got like a whole bunch of people to go. We want Jared. You know,
I'm
and
assuming
then
I was
I remember
probably in
Mr.
that. I was
Martin turned
probably in that
around.
group. I was probably in.
He was like, Jared, get in the game. You know, like, but I remember like being a force when I was in there. And us, you know, but
Okay.
I at some point two things happened to me. Jason Moorhead in practice was like pivoting and his elbow went smashing into my nose and shattered my nose. And then I was playing with like one of those John Starks masks for a
I
while.
remember you had the face mask for a little
And I
bit.
couldn't
Yeah.
see with that thing on. It was so frustrating. And then I wouldn't wear it. Then I was playing with a broken nose loose. I didn't care. I stopped wearing it. And then one day in practice, I went up and I came down with a rebound and just
Your
twisted my
elbow.
knee and
Oh,
like tore
oh,
my ACL. And that was the end of my season.
hmm.
But I played
Oh,
baseball that year. I rehabbed it and I played baseball.
well, yes. And you're moving me away from the trivia question is you were obviously before the injury a difference maker, but the biggest difference maker for any basketball season at THS was the Bergen County Jamboree. Uh, the yearbook says that we reached the semifinals that year, and that would be part of the total 39 tournament wins at that point, which was third most of all time. The number I'm looking for is how many Jamboree championships had Teaneck won at the time of the publication of that yearbook?
Not a lot. Um,
Well, it's a number. So,
yeah, I'm thinking about it. It killed me that year, by the way, having to sit there and watch. I was on crutches watching in the gym at FDU. Let me think here. I would say it was like probably two. I think the Tony Campbell year they won, and maybe they had one before that. I would say two.
all right. Two is the
Do I get a
number
guess?
if
Right.
you want.
I'm going to say four.
Okay.
It would have had been a
Two.
long time. Yeah.
They won one in the 60s, one or two in the
Okay.
60s.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
I believe. I
A
believe.
jamboree did it. Okay.
All right. Well, two and four are the numbers. Thanks for listening to the latest W.E. Brown
Wait,
questionnaire.
wait. I want one more thing on the record.
All right. You're counting down, but
All right, shut up. Um, the person responsible for that mess up in the yearbook was probably a guy named Chris de Blasio or Josh Reinitz because they were in charge of the sports section. Just saying.
So you guys are saying that there is no picture at all of the
No, it's the guy. I
Teaneck
know. Yeah.
varsity basketball
No.
team?
no,
Nope.
there isn't.
Nope.
Well, we learned that. Thanks for listening to the latest W.E. Brown questionnaire. Once again, this is a promotional tool for the THS class of 95 30th year anniversary on October 18th. Events include a return to the Castle on the Hill, discounted hotel rooms, a full dinner buffet, and open bar, along with fellow Highland DJ Chalice. Did I get it right this time?
Chalice, Chris Chalice.
Chalice. Thank you very much on the Wheels of Steel. Check the invite me link in the description for full details. And I'll be back soon enough with hopefully something better to put down. Jared, Dr. Farthing, thank you very much. And everybody take it easy down your life's highway. Have a good evening.